Good morning, students. Today we shall start with the data warehousing and modeling. And here, the main objective is the define multi-dimensional data models. And then the course outcome is the student should be able to understand the basic concepts of data mining and data warehousing. So here today you are going to know about OLTP and OLAP and why a separate data warehouse is needed and a multi-dimensional data model. So what is the difference between OLTP and OLAP? As you all know that OLTP is online transaction processing and then OLAP is online analytical processing. Okay, and here the difference goes like this. The OLTP has the users like clerk, IT professionals, and then in OLAP users are knowledge workers. The functions are day-to-day operations here in OLTP, and in OLAP the decision supports decision making. Okay, and then this decision support will help the organization, and you have the database design where in OLTP it is application oriented, but in OLAP it is subject oriented. And then here, when you consider the data in terms of data, the difference between OLTP and OLAP are it is current, up to date, detailed, flat, relational, isolated. But when you say OLAP, it is historical, summarized, multidimensional, integrated, consolidated data. And when you consider the usage, it is repetitive, here it is ad hoc. And the access is read write, here it is lots of scanning occurs, right? And then here, when you consider the size, OLTP has 100 MB to gigabytes of size, but here in OLAP you have gigabytes to terabytes of uh, space or the size. Okay, and the metrics used in OLTP is transaction throughput, but in OLAP it is query throughput or the response. Fine. So why we need a separate data warehouse? When you have a DBMS, the database management system, why again a separate data storage space, that is the data warehouse? So here the high performance, we need to have the high performance for both the systems. Like you have the DBMS which is tuned for OLTP, access methods, indexing, concurrency control, recovery, right? But when you consider the data warehouse, it is tuned for OLAP. As we all know that OLAP operations occurs in the data warehouse. So we have here a complex OLAP queries where you have multidimensional view, consolidated view, aggregated view of the data. Fine. So different functions and different data. See, when you consider the missing data, the decision support requires historical data which operational database do not typically maintain. Okay, and when you consider the data consolidation, okay, here the decision support requires consolidation, like you have the aggregation or the summarization of the data from heterogeneous sources. Data quality, there are different sources typically which use inconsistent data representation, codes and formats which have to be reconciled. Okay, so this is why the separate data warehouse is necessary. And next we shall move on with the multi-tiered architecture, data warehousing multi-tiered architecture. As you are seeing in the diagram, okay, here in this diagram you have the three tiers. Okay, the bottom tier is the, you have the lower level, that is bottom tier, and middle level you have the middle tier, and at the top level you have the top tier or the front end tools. Fine. So in the bottom layer, right, or in the bottom tier, okay, you have the operational database. Okay, you have the different database multi databases which are from multiple sources. So bottom tier is a warehouse database server, that is almost always the relational database systems which has the backend tools and utilities which are used to feed the data in the bottom tier from operational databases or other external sources. Like you have example customer profile information which is provided by external consultants. So these tools and utilities perform data extraction, cleaning, transformation. Example, you can say that to merge similar data from different sources into unified format. Okay. Next, the data which are extracted using the application program interface, which is known as a gateway. Okay, a gateway which is supported by the underlying DBMS, and this gateway will allow client programs to generate the SQL queries or SQL code to be executed at the server level. So examples of gateways will include like open database connection, that is your ODBC, OLEDB, that is object linking and embedding databases by Microsoft, and also JDBC, which is a Java database connection. So this tier will allow, or this tier also contains a metadata repositories which stores the information about the data warehouse and its contents. Okay, metadata you already studied in the DBMS. Okay, metadata, which describes the data about the data, right? So here the next is the middle tier, which is an OLAP server that is typically implemented using either a relational ROLAP model, which is extended relational DBMS, that maps operations on multidimensional data to standard relational operations. Next, we have a multidimensional OLAP, that is MOLAP model, which is a special purpose server that directly implements the multidimensional data and the operations. So we have the top tier uh, at the higher level. We have the top tier, which is a front end client layer, which contains a query and reporting tools, and also analyzing tools, data mining tools. Example, you can give trend analysis, predictions like that. Okay. Next, we have the data warehouse models. There are different types of data warehouse models, like we have enterprise warehouse, data mart, virtual warehouse. Okay, what is this data mart? What is this enterprise warehouse, virtual warehouse? Where are we going to use these type of warehouses? Those things you are going to study in this class. So here you have the data warehouse models, enterprise warehouse, the data mart, and a virtual warehouse. Okay. So an enterprise warehouse will collect the information about the subjects that is spanning entire organization. So here, when you consider a corporate wide data integration, you have one or more operational systems, and this is a cross functional in scope. An enterprise data warehouse may be implemented on a traditional mainframe computer mainframes, as well as super servers, or you consider a parallel architecture platforms. So it requires an extensive business modeling. Fine. So this is about enterprise warehouse. Next, we have the data mart. A data mart contains a subset of corporate wide data that is a value to specific group of users. Fine. Example is marketing data mart may confine its subject to customer, item, sales. Okay. So when you have a subset, when you have a small group of users, at that time you make use of data mart. Data mart are usually implemented in low cost departmental servers, that is Unix, Linux, or Windows based. Fine. So next we have is the third model, virtual warehouse. What is this virtual warehouse? Virtual warehouse is a set of views over operational database for efficient query processing. Only some of the possible summary views may be materialized. A virtual warehouse is easy to build but requires very excessive capacity on operational database servers. Fine, this is about types of warehouses. Okay, enterprise warehouse, data mart, and then virtual warehouse. So here we have a data warehouse development, a recommended approach. We have define a high level corporate data model at the lower level. Next, we need to refine them, right? Then we have the data marts at the next level. The refinement happens at the enterprise data warehouse level also. And these data marts, which are model refinement happen, will become a distributed data marts, and in turn you can have a multi-tier data warehouse with respect to data mart as well as the enterprise data warehouse. This is the recommended approach for any organization such that they can have a decision making done. So revision to in today's class we have done with OLTP versus OLAP, why a separate data warehouse, and then different types of data warehouses. Okay, different models of data warehouse. Fine, thank you. And module session questions like differentiate between OLTP versus OLAP and why a separate data warehouse is needed, and explain different types of data models. So these are the references. Hope you'll enjoy studying this class. Thank you.